Picture this. You're standing at airport security. You've taken off your shoes. Your laptop is in the bin, and you're ready to sprint to your gate. You are thinking about grabbing an overpriced coffee. Suddenly, the conveyor belt stops. The agent pulls your bag aside, and within 20 minutes, you aren't just missing your flight. You are sitting in a windowless room, facing a massive fine or worse, international jail time. Why? Because of something sitting right now in your bathroom cabinet, or your junk drawer, or your kid's toy box. We aren't talking about obvious things like pocket knives or full bottles of shampoo. In 2026, airport security has completely leveled up. The rules haven't just gotten stricter, the technology has mutated. Countries are now sharing real-time threat databases. What gets you a warning in Dallas will get you flagged, detained, and heavily interrogated in Dubai. The new multi-million-dollar CT scanners see absolutely everything. The penalties are ruthless, and millions of Americans are getting slapped with massive fines, losing their expensive gear or catching criminal charges because they are packing entirely wrong. Today, I'm exposing the completely innocent items that are secretly turning you into a massive red flag at security checkpoints. And I am giving you the exact cheat codes to beat the system. No BS. Let's get into it. That super convenient plastic daily pill organizer your mom uses. It's a one-way ticket to an international holding cell. At home, the TSA might let your unlabeled vitamins slide. But internationally, you are playing Russian roulette. Japan is actively seizing unmarked supplements. Saudi Arabia and the UAE will literally lock you in a room overnight while they run lab tests on your magnesium pills. And if you pack CBD gummies for sleep, listen to me very closely. In places like Dubai, Japan, Indonesia, or Bali, CBD is treated like heavy-duty narcotics. People are doing years in foreign prisons over a gummy that is legally sold at every single gas station in Ohio. The system doesn't care about your flight anxiety or your bad back. To a foreign customs agent, an unmarked white pill or powder is drug trafficking until proven otherwise. They don't care if your CBD bottle explicitly says 0% THC. They run heavy chemical tests, and those tests detect microscopic trace amounts of cannabinoids you didn't even know were there. Once that machine beeps, you are instantly a criminal in their database. Transiting counts too. If you just have a layover in Dubai and the dog sniffs your bag, you are done. Keep absolutely every single medication in its original pharmacy, labeled bottle, period. Bring a printed copy of your actual prescriptions. And if you are flying internationally, leave the CBD at home. Do not even let it touch your bag. Research the drug laws of your destination, because what's a basic sleep aid in the US is a felony in Asia. The airlines have declared absolute war on your favorite travel tech, and they will destroy your property right at the gate. You bring your trusty, beat-up power bank to keep your phone alive on a 12-hour flight. The agent looks at it, tosses it straight into the garbage, and tells you to keep walking, no appeal, no refund. Why? Because the label showing the watt, hers rubbed off in your backpack 6 months ago? Or worse, you drop $400 on slick smart luggage with built-in GPS and USB ports. You get to the gate, the agent asks if the battery is removable. If it isn't, they will force you to rip it out with tools right there on the carpet, destroying the bag. Or they will flat out deny you boarding. Oh, and that cool USB plasma arc lighter you bought on Amazon confiscated. It all comes down to corporate liability and fire hazards. Lithium batteries catch fire. If a battery ignites in the cargo hold at 35,000 feet, it's a catastrophic disaster. Because of this, the FAA has a strict rule. Power banks over 160 watt, HORs are globally banned. If your label is faded and security can't read the capacity, they automatically assume the worst and trash it. They aren't going to take your word for it. And for plasma lighters, countries like China have zero tolerance. If the safety latch is even slightly loose, they deem it a fire risk and it goes in the bin. Take a photo of your power bank spec, label the second you buy it, and keep it on your phone. Even better, take a silver permanent marker and write the watt, HAR rating directly on the plastic. Stick to cheap, disposable Bic lighters. As for luggage, never buy a smart bag unless the battery pops out with the push of a single button. Forgetting what's in your everyday carry bag, or buying the wrong toy for your kid, will literally bankrupt you. You carry pepper spray, a stun gun, or a credit card, sized multi-tool every single day for personal safety. You grab that same backpack for your flight, forgetting the item is buried in the bottom pocket. Best case scenario, you get pulled aside, interrogated, and miss your flight. Worst case, you are hit with a civil penalty exceeding $13,000. But here is where it gets insane. You buy a bright orange foam toy sword or a Nerf blaster for your grandson. At the airport gift shop, you get to the gate, and security seizes it. You have a heavy-duty tape measure in your bag from a work site. In London, they will confiscate it. Security has zero sense of humor. The upgraded CT X-ray machines see right through the clutter. To the federal government, a forgotten self-defense keychain isn't an oops moment. It's classified as bringing a hazardous weapon into a secure federal checkpoint. And those toys, the machine just sees a weapon-shaped solid mass. Federal aviation regulations state that replica weapons, even obvious, brightly colored toys, can cause panic or be used to intimidate passengers. The UK confiscates tape measures because the metal edge is considered a blade. The bag dump protocol. Never use your daily backpack as your travel carry, on without turning it completely upside down and shaking it out. Check every single zipper. Put all toys, multi-tools, and tape measures in your checked bag. If you are a gun owner traveling with a firearm, it must be unloaded, locked in a hard-sided container, and declared at the check. Encounter as checked baggage. Do not play games with this. Your nicotine habit and your camping trip could literally land you in a foreign prison or trigger an airport evacuation. You toss your vape in your pocket before a flight to Asia. You land in Thailand, customs finds it, and you aren't just fined. You are thrown in a Thai jail, literally Singapore. That's an instant $2,000 fine? Or maybe you're flying out to a national park? You throw a can of bug spray and a small camping stove fuel canister in your checked bag to save money. Your bag gets pulled, you are yanked off the plane, and you are suddenly surrounded by the local bomb squad. Vaping devices fall into a massive legal gray area globally. Some countries treat them like cigarettes. Others treat them like illegal drug paraphernalia. And if you try to sneak a hit in the airplane bathroom, those smoke detectors are highly sensitive and wired directly to the cockpit. The FAA treats it as a federal offense. As for the camping fuel and aerosols like laptop dusters, it's explosive propellant. Even an empty can has highly flammable residue inside. Security sensors detect that residue, and they treat it as an active bomb threat. Never, under any circumstances, charge or use a vape on an airplane. If you are traveling internationally, Google vaping laws plus country name. Before you pack for camping gear, absolutely never pack fuel canisters. Not in carry, on, not in checked bags. Buy your fuel when you arrive at your destination. Trying to be a travel hacker with clever hiding spots makes you look exactly like an international smuggler. You buy one of those viral reusable water bottles that has a secret compartment on the bottom to hide your cash and vitamins. Or you wear a pair of smart glasses with a built-in camera to record your vacation. You walk through security in Saudi Arabia or China, and suddenly you are surrounded by heavily armed guards asking you who you work for. On the new X-ray machines, the trick water bottle shows up with double walls and unusual density patterns. To a security agent, a hidden chamber isn't for your emergency $20 bill. It's a concealment device for narcotics or explosives. They will confiscate it just for the design. And those smart glasses or recording pens, many foreign governments are incredibly paranoid about espionage, industrial spying, and unauthorized surveillance. An ordinary-looking item with unusual electronics crammed inside triggers a massive red flag stick to transparent, single-compartment water bottles. Bring them through security empty and fill them up at the fountain on the other side. If you want to record your trip, use your phone or an obvious traditional camera. Leave the James Bond spy gear on Amazon. The way you pack your flight snacks and souvenirs is making you the most hated person in the security line and draining your bank account. You wrap your homemade sandwich in aluminum foil to save a few bucks at the airport. You throw a big bag of protein powder in your carry, on so you don't lose your gains. Your bag hits the scanner, the red light flashes, and now you are standing in your socks for 30 minutes, while an agent aggressively swabs your food for explosive residue. Or you go to Europe, buy a knockoff Gucci bag from a street vendor for $40, and think you got a steal. You get to customs in France and they slap you with a multi-$1,000 fine on the spot. Oh, and that snow globe you bought for your mom trashed. Let's break this down. Aluminum foil is completely opaque to airport scanners. The machine cannot see through it. All the agent sees is a massive, dense black void. Standard procedure dictates they have to pull the bag and unwrap the item. That protein powder? Any powder over 12 ounces automatically triggers enhanced screening. Because, to an X-ray, protein powder and dangerous chemical powders look exactly the same. Same goes for spiritual items like sage or unmarked incense. Security has to test it to prove it is not drugs. As for the souvenirs, the liquids rule is about the container's total capacity, not what is inside. If that snow globe holds 5 ounces of water, it is banned. And those fake designer bags, European governments use customs agents as their personal tax collectors to protect their luxury monopolies. Wrap your sandwiches in clear plastic wrap or put them in clear Tupperware. The scanner sees right through it. Put your powders in your checked bag, or break them down into small labeled baggies under 12 ounces. Ship your souvenirs home. Put the snow globes in checked luggage. And if you buy designer goods abroad, demand the authenticity papers and keep the receipts. Listen to me, the game is rigged against the unprepared, but now you hold the exact playbook. Airport security isn't just looking for bad guys anymore. They are looking for technicalities. They are looking for that faded label, that forgotten keychain, that clever water bottle, and that foil. Wrapped sandwich, you are now equipped with the insider knowledge to glide through that checkpoint like an absolute ghost, while everyone else is getting their bags ripped apart and missing their flights. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these toxic packing habits surprised you the most? Were you completely unaware of the power bank rule, or the absolute nightmare of traveling with CBD? Let me know down in the comments right now. I read every single one. If this video saved you from a massive fine, a ruined vacation, or looking completely clueless at the gate, do me a favor. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never leave money on the table or miss a travel hack. And if you are planning on flying out of the country anytime soon, you need to click the video on the screen right now. I expose the common, everyday US medications that will literally get you banned from entering Europe. You do not want to miss that one. Stay smart, pack right, travel safe. And I'll see you in the next one.